I'm going to talk about occurring patterns. So, how does climate change affect mm, weather oscillations? So, for example, climate change, like severe climate change, is gonna cause more positive North Atlantic oscillations. So that means like whatever conditions to North America, for example, it's gonna bring like colder, snowier conditions for like North America, some area North America. So the and Europe is going to get warmer. That doesn't count for Europe. That does count for Europe if it's like positive here in AO actually. So let's talk about the weather warnings. There is no weather warnings. So let's look at pressure patterns. So 1028 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is Saturday, Sunday, April 12. So 1008, 1012, 1016, 1020 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. There is something. 1012 millibars, 1012 millibars. There is no pressure anywhere. So let's look at 8 p.m. 1012, 1012, 1012 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is April the 15th. So 1008, 1012, 1042 millibars of pressure. Let's look at precipitation pattern. Refresh for X update. So starting from 2 p.m. So starting from was 2 p.m. 2 p.m. So there is nothing else. Let's go look at 5 p.m. There's nothing else. 8 p.m. There's nothing else. 11 p.m. There's nothing else for sure. 8 a.m. There's something. So Port Elgin, Hanover is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So rest of Southern Ontario, there is nothing else, including Orangeville. So let's look at 11 a.m. There is something. So Cobourg, Peterborough, parts of Scarborough, Oakville, East Oakville. So Thunderbee, Sotheby, Midland is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Collingwood is gonna get Collingwood, Barrie, Beverly Hills, Georgia, Olala, Sissaga, Brampton, Orangeville. Very new markets, though, for those is a local. Those is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Line said, Obey White Temple Elgin is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So it's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Looks like it's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 2 p.m. There is something. So line said Obey White and Boyolton is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Boyolton 6.25 millimeters, Hanover 0.25 millimeters, including Collingwood, Betty, Virginia, Baptist, la la la. Joe, Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, Newmarket, Stouffville, Uxbridge. Those is gonna get some local. Those is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Hamilton, Argonne, Falls City, Belleville is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Parts of Scarborough, Oshawa, Cobourg is going to get some 0.2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Peterborough is going to get some 2.4 millimeters of rainfall later on. Palm Beach is gonna get some 0.24 millimeters of snowfall. Thunder Beach, Sotheby, Manila is gonna get some 2.4 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 5 p.m. There is something. So, Whitetown, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Manila, Ralala, Betty, Georgia, Beverly Hills is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So, hope it's included. Port Elgin, Hanover. Niagara, City, Hamilton, Oakville, Sissaga, Brampton, Orangeville, Toronto, Richmond, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Cobourg, Belleville, Peterborough. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. So, Whitetown, Plains, Obey, Boyards, and Hanover, Ottawa, Peterborough, Uxbridge is gonna get some 0.26.25 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara, parts of Niagara Falls City, those cities are gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Oshawa, Cobourg, Belleville, Newmarket, Orange Hills, Tofu is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. In Collingwood, Bombay, Stanton Beach, Sotheby, Perry, Beverly Hills, Virginia, Niagara Falls City, parts of it. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 11 p.m. There is something. So, Hopes Bay, Whiteham, Bombay, Stanley Beach, Salaby, Milan, la la la. Going Collingwood, those is gonna get some 2.5, 6.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Pasanaga, whatever. So Uxbridge, Coburg, Belleville, Georgia Berry is gonna get some 0.2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Line says it's gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall, actually 1.5 actually. So now the lake heaviest is gonna be 6.25 light, 2.5 millimeters Niagara Falls. The heaviest is gonna be 6.25 light, is gonna be 0.25. Sissaga, Brampton, Orange Hall, Toronto, Mini Market, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Buzzwood, Beverly Hills. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including local. Let's go to next hour, which is 8 a.m. There is something. So, Whiteham in Hanover, Sotheby, those is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to line set OB. It's gonna get some 0.6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Collingwood, Bombay, Stanley Beach, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Berry, Hamilton, Oakville, Sissaga, Brampton, Orange Hall, Toronto, Richmond, Market, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Coburg, Peterborough. Those are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 11 a.m. There is something. So Hamilton, Sissaga, Brampton, Orange Hall, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Niagara Falls City, Coburg, Belleville, Peterborough, not Collingwood. So Bombay, Sunny Beach is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Line said, Obey, Whiteham, Boyles in Hanover, Southern Bay, Mainland, Georgia, Bay, not Bay, Adela, Uxbridge, those is parts of Ashwa is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So heaviest rainfall, no, actually heaviest amount of rainfall is super fine. Lightest amount is 0.25. Let's go to next hour. Let's go to next hour, which is 2 p.m. Line said, Obi Boy Elgin, Bombay, Stanley Beach, Georgia, Lala, Hamilton, Oakland, Sissaga, Brampton, Orange Hall, Toronto, New Market, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville. Parts of Niagara on the Lake. Those cities are getting get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Niagara on the Lake heavy is 2.5. Light is 0.25. Niagara Falls is 2.5 millimeters. Very bad vessels. Southern Bay Mainland is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters, 2.5 millimeters rainfall, including Collingwood. Onward. So let's go to next hour, which is 5 p.m. There is something. Like I said, Obi, Whiteham, Poyles, Onward, Collingwood, Bombay, Sunny Beach, Alala, Berry, Naga on the Lake Buzzwin. Those is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain for Naga Falls City. Heavy is 6.25, light is gonna be 2.5 millimeters. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. There is something. Bombay, Sunny Beach, Salaby, Milan, Alala, Berry. Line said, Obey is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. And capacity light is gonna be 0.25. Heavy is gonna be 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Boyles and Honor is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 11 p.m. Peterborough, Georgia, Berry, Olala, Collingwood, Bombay, Stanley Beach, Salaby, Milan. Those are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Hanover, Boyles, not Boyles, it is Hanover. So let's go to 8 a.m. There is something. So Hamilton, Oakland, Niagara City. Those are gonna get some 0.25 Collingwood. Those are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Collingwood. So let's go to 11 a.m. There is something. So Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Newmarket, Orange Hall, Stouffville, Lingwood, Midland, Olala, Berry, Beverly Hills. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Berry, Georgia. It's going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Including Gold Coast, Sissaga, Brampton, Orange Hall, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Scarborough, Buzzard, Oakville. So those is going to get some 0.25 millimeters, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including Hamilton. Hamilton is going to be 6.25 in capacity. The light is 2.5 millimeters heavy. It's going to be 6.25. No, it's going to get some 12.5 millimeters now. On the lake, light is going to get some 0.25 heavy. It's going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Lingwood, Bombay, Stanley, Saturday. It's going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Like I said, Obey Hanover is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Power Elton is going to get some 12.5 millimeters of rainfall, including Wyerton, so Midland Stun. So let's go to London. Let's go to next hour, which is 2 p.m. There is something. So Wyerton, I said, Obey. Those are going to get some what light is green, which is darkest green, which is 18.75 millimeters of rainfall. No, Bombay Standard Beach gonna get some 18.75 millimeters of 12.5 millimeters of rainfall, but actually it's going to get some. Line side OB it's gonna get some. Line side OB Y chance is actually gonna be 25 millimeters, so Bombay is gonna get some 18 millimeters, 18.75. Solid Bay, Manila is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Georgia, Bablas is Betty, Alala is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Parts of Scarborough, down Toronto, Richmond Hill, Stouffville, Ottawa, Oxford's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Peterborough. So let's look at Coburg, Belleville, Hamilton, Oakville. No, Mississauga, Oakville. Those are gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Hamilton are gonna like. It's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rain, 6.25 millimeters of rainfall in Hamilton. Are gonna like heavy is good. Light is gonna get some 2.5 heavy is gonna get some 6.25. Now capacity heavy is going to get some. Heavy is going to be 6.25. Light is going to get some. Actually, 12.5 millimeters of rainfall. Heaviest in our capacity. Light is going to be 2.5 millimeters. So let's go to next tab. Port Elgin is going to get some. Port Lear, which is 18.75 millimeters of rainfall. So Eddie is gonna get some water. It's already done. So let's go to Belleville. It's already done. So let's go to 5 p.m. There is something. Your turn, line said, obey Collingwood, Georgia. It's gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Peterborough, not Peterborough, Hamilton, Oakville, Portsmouth, Aragon Lake, Portsmouth. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including Hanover. So Hanover is actually going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Beach is going to get some 12.5 millimeters of rainfall, but actually it's going to be wrong. It's going to be 12.5 millimeters. Beach, Sunny Beach is going to get some 18.75 millimeters. It's 12.5 Sunny Bay. Inland's going to get some 12.5, 6.25 millimeters, 12.5 millimeters of rainfall. That's actually going to be inland. So parts of Scarborough is going to get some 12.5, 2.6.25 millimeters of rainfall, including snowfall. Downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket is going to get some 2.5 millimeters. This is Saga, Brampton, Orange, so it's going to get some 0.25. Now, on the like heavy is 2.5, and light is 0.25. Now, Falls City is going to get some 0.25 millimeters. Oshawa, Oxford is going to get some 0.2.5 millimeters. Peterborough is going to get some. Peterborough is going to get some 6.25 bubbles, 6.25 Coburg is gonna be 2.5 millimeters. So let's go to next tower. Eddie's gonna get some already done. So let's go to Port Elgin 6.25 millimeters. So let's go to next tower, which is 8 p.m. There is something. Line said OB Wire Port Elgin Hanover is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Collingwood is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Olala's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Bombay's gonna get some 6.25. Salabay, Thunderbeat's gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. It's gonna be 6.25. Betty, Georgia is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Beverly is gonna get some 12.5. Olala's gonna be 2.5. Oko Heavy is gonna be 6.25. Light is going to be 2.5 millimeters. So, Sissaga, Brampton, Oshawa, Oxbridge is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters, including Coburg is gonna get some 2.5. Peterborough is gonna get some 6.25. Balboa's also 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Niagara Lake. It's 2.5 millimeters. Niagara capacity heavy is going to 6.25. Lightest Niagara Falls City is gonna be 2.5 millimeters. Heaviest is gonna be 2.5, 6.25 millimeters in Niagara Falls City. Let's go to next hour. It's 11 p.m. There is something. So let's start it. So Coburg, Peterborough, Balboa is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Possible, no, Scarborough Peak and borderline 0.25 millimeters. Alala. It's going to get Collingwood. Midland is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters. Verdi is gonna get some 2.5. Babylon, Georgia is gonna get 6.25. Niagara Falls City is heavy. It's gonna be 2.5 millimeters. Niagara on the Lake Amateur is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Port Elgin, Hanover is going to get some 0.25 millimeters, including Hamilton. Okay, let's go to Melbourne, 0.25 millimeters. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 a.m. There is something. Niagara Lake, Pacific, Hamilton, Oco, Sissaga, Brampton, Orange Walk, Tatanota, Richmond, Scarborough, Pacific, Coburg. Those are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Looting how. Honor, so let's go to next tower. Let's go to next tower, which is 11 a.m. Line said, BY Temple in Honor, Sissaga, Brampton, Orange, Toronto, between Newmarket, Scarborough, Oshawa, which now Hamilton, Oakland, and Niagara Falls City, by the way. Niagara Falls on the lake, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Alala, Palm Beach, and the beach, South Bay is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Beverly Hills, Georgia, Alala is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 2 p.m. There is something. Line said will be White Temple Hills in Hanover. Mississauga, Brampton, Toronto, Richmond, Scarborough, Pacific, Oakwood, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Peterborough, Coburg, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Zolala, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, South Bay is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including parts of Niagara Lake. So let's look at next hour, which is so Hanover, Collingwood is going to get some 0.25 millimeters. Bombay is going to get some 6.25 millimeters. Sunny Beach, South Bay is going to get some 2.5 millimeters. Bombay Midland is going to get some 6.25 millimeters. Eddie is going to be 2.5 millimeters. Coburg, Peterborough is going to get some 0.25 millimeters. So let's go to next. Barton is going to get some 0.25 millimeters. So let's go to 8 p.m. Oh, it's too far. So let's start from Palm Beach. Palm Beach 6.25. South Bay is going to be 6.24. Thunder Beach is going to be 2.5. Line side OB, Palm Beach. Line side OB, White Temple Hills is on Collingwood, but it's going to get some 0.25 millimeters. So in other new market, Elbow is going to get some. Start Elbow again. So Belleville is going to get some. Port Light is green, which is 12.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next Olala. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's including parts of Niagara Falls City, which is good. Doesn't count actually. So let's go to 11 p.m. There is something. So Line said, Hobie, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Hamilton, Oakland, Niagara Falls City, parts of it's going to get some parts of Niagara Falls City. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. That's the lightest. Heavy is going to be 2.5 millimeters. Same thing in Niagara on the lake, but more 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Newmarket's over Lawrence Hole, Uxbridge, not Uxbridge. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So heaviest in Oshawa is going to get some 6.25. Light 0.25. Uxbridge is going to get some 0.25 millimeters. That's the lightest. Heavy is going to be 2.5 millimeters. So Belleville is gonna get some. So Belleville's gonna get some 12.5 millimeters of rainfall, including Oakland, Olala, Salaby, Bombay, Sandaby. Bombay, Sandaby, Salaby is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Bytown it's gonna get some 6.25 boils, and Honda is 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to there is no next hour. Let's look at total precipitation 24 hours, which is 8 p.m. April the 12th. So watch at 16 degree in 16 millimeters. Line said OB is gonna get some 15 degree millimeters. Boyles is 17 millimeters. Hanema is gonna get some 16 millimeters. Column is 13 millimeters. Bombay 13 millimeters, Tana Bay, say 10 millimeters, Tana Bay, 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters, all that. 12 millimeters, 13, 11 millimeters, Babylon's 11 millimeters, Barry's 12 millimeters, everywhere, and Falls 7.5 millimeters, Hamilton Oka 4 millimeters, this is Brampton 6 millimeters, down to 6 millimeters. Scarborough is going to get some 7.8 millimeters of rainfall, Stoffel 9 millimeters, Newmarket 10 millimeters, Southwest 10 millimeters, Uxbridge 10 millimeters, Peterborough 11 millimeters, Colberg 9 millimeters to 11 millimeters, 7 millimeters, Balva. Oakville 6 millimeters, that's the heaviest, lightest is going to be 4 millimeters. So let's go to next hour, which is London. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. April the 13th. Or Elgin's gonna get some 17 millimeters. Hanover is gonna get some 18 millimeters. Hopefully 16 millimeters. Lineset 15 millimeters, 16 millimeters. Lingwood 10 millimeters. Bombi is gonna get some 14 millimeters of rainfall. Some Solid Bay is gonna get some 10 millimeters. Solid Bay is gonna get that's Solid Bay. Solid Bay is gonna be 20 millimeters, 19 millimeters. Inland's gonna get some 22 millimeters. Solala is gonna get some 12, 13, 14 millimeters. Aries gonna be 10 millimeters. Otinia is gonna get some 5, 4 millimeters. Babdas is 10 millimeters. Actually 9 millimeters. So everyone falls to 2 millimeters in Niagara Falls on the Niagara on the lake, 2 millimeters in Niagara Falls. City's 5 millimeters. Hamilton's gonna get some 1 millimeters, 3 millimeters in the whole local, most of it. Brownton 1 millimeters. This is like a 2 millimeters. That down to 1 millimeters. Scarborough over 2 millimeters. Total 3 millimeters. Newmarket only 3 millimeters. Wilkes 3 millimeters. Oshawa 3 millimeters. 6 millimeters. Peterborough, Coburg 2 millimeters. Belvoir 3 millimeters. So let's go to next. White 60 millimeters. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. April the 14th. So 23 millimeters wide and clouding over 14 millimeters. Line said obey 22 millimeters. Or else it's 22 millimeters. Hanover's gonna get some 7.5. This is 10 millimeters, actually 9 millimeters. Calling with 14 millimeters. Actually, 11 millimeters in Hanover. Bombay's gonna get some 24 millimeters. Hanover's 21 millimeters. Hanover's gonna get some 25 millimeters of rainfall. Everywhere now, plus 6.5 millimeters. Hamilton Ocals, 30 millimeters. Ocals again, 14 millimeters. Rancher 6 millimeters. This is like 6. 5 millimeters, down to 9 millimeters, Scarborough, 9.5 millimeters, Total 10 millimeters, Newmarket, the wind chill 10, 5 millimeters, Hooks 7 millimeters, Southside 7 millimeters, Peterborough is 15 millimeters, Colbert 6 millimeters, 14 millimeters in Melbourne. So, Oakville. So, Oakville light is 6 millimeters, Oakville heavy is going to be 15 millimeters, so, wait, 14 actually. So, let's go to Inland. Inland's going to get some 18 millimeters, 13 is going to get some 22 millimeters. Webless is gonna be 24 millimeters. Alberti is gonna be 24 millimeters. Inland's gonna get some 19 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 1/14 hours, April the 15th, halfway to average temperature increase by May. So line said Obi is gonna be 1 degrees, Boy also 1 degrees, Collingwood 2 degrees, Palm Beach 9 degrees, Solid Bay 9 degrees, Thunder Beach is gonna be 3.5 degrees, Virginia is 1 degrees, Fabulous is over 8 degrees, Red is gonna get some 2.4 degrees, not degrees, millimeters of rainfall. Lala is gonna get some 2 millimeters. This is millimeters of rainfall, 24 hours. So Niagara City 1 millimeters, Niagara Lake 1 millimeters, Hamilton Oakville, the Sissaga 1 millimeters, Brampton 1 millimeters, Dr. 1 millimeters, Scarborough 0.9 millimeters, over 0.7 millimeters, Coburg 2 millimeters, Peterborough is gonna be 2 millimeters, 1 millimeters. Belleville 10 millimeters, Hooksville is gonna get some 0.5 millimeters, Sacha 0.8 millimeters, 2 millimeters of wire ton. So let's look at next hour, which is there is no next hour. Let's look at total snowfall, maybe a little bit a lot. So don't need to wait 10 seconds. So Whiteton 0.1 centimeters, Collingwood 0.6 centimeters, Brampton 0.3 centimeters, Mississauga 0.3 centimeters, Ottawa 0.2, Mississauga 0.4, Newmarket 0.9, Orange 1 centimeter. Wilkes-Barre 0.7 centimeters, 0.2 centimeters, and Peterborough. Georgia is gonna get some 0.6 centimeters of snowfall, 0.6. Beverly Hills is 0.7 centimeters, Barrie 0.8 centimeters, Solala 0.3 centimeters, Barrie 0.3 centimeters. So let's go to Oku is gonna be heavy. It's gonna be 1.3 centimeters. Oku light is gonna be 0.3 centimeters. So let's go to next. So let's look at air temperature patterns. So set up to 3 p.m. So 8 degrees in white, I'm calling it 5 degrees. Wales at 4 degrees, Hanover 6 degrees, Line said Obi 4 degrees, calling it 5 degrees. Bomb Beach 4 degrees, Solid Bay 4 degrees. 1 degree is in Thunder Beach, 4 degrees. Well, that's 2 degrees. But the line's gonna be 6 degrees. Orlando's gonna get some 7 degrees. Virginia's gonna be 5 degrees. Verdi 6 degrees. Wabler still 7 degrees. Everywhere in Iraq falls 8 degrees. Hamilton Ogles 7 degrees. Mississauga 7 degrees. Ranton 10 degrees. Tofu 9 degrees. Scarborough 8 degrees. Toronto 7 degrees. Newmarket, Orange Shore 8 degrees. Hooksville 7 degrees. Ashton 9 degrees. Peterborough 9 degrees. Coburg 7 degrees. Valvals 11 degrees. So let's go to next tower, which is Bombay's 4 degrees. 7 a.m. There is something. Port Elgin, Hanover, Whitesands 3 degrees. Lyson, Obey 2 degrees. Lingwood 2 degrees. Palm Beach. Thunder Beach, Solid Bay 1. Solid Bay, Midland, Olala, Betty 1 degrees. Babla, 2 degrees. Georgia 2 degrees everywhere and plus 3 degrees Hamilton Oakland 3 degrees Brampton 2 degrees Mississauga 2 degrees Dr. 2 degrees Scarborough 1.2 degrees 1.5 Stouffville 1 degrees Newmarket also 1 degrees Uxbridge 1 degrees Oshawa 1 degrees Peterborough 1 degrees Coburg 2 degrees Balboa 2 degrees Oakland 3 degrees. So let's go to next hour, which is 3 p.m. There is something. So Port Elgison's gonna be 6 degrees, Harlem is gonna be 7 degrees, 8 degrees, Collingwood 3 degrees, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Starla Bay, Midland 4 degrees, Salala, Virginia, Bablasos, Berries 4 degrees, so Brampton 5 degrees, Saga 5 degrees, Atlanta 5 degrees, Scarborough 5 degrees, so 4 degrees. Newmarket also 4 degrees, Hooksville 3 degrees, Sasha 4 degrees, Peterborough 4 degrees, Coburg 4 degrees, Valvo 5 degrees. Hamilton Oakland 4 degrees, Oakland again 5 degrees, everywhere and first 9 degrees. Line said Obi is gonna get some 5 degrees, so that's actually could be 4 degrees actually, 4.5 actually. White have 7 degrees. Let's go to next tower, which is 8 degrees in Hanover. So let's go to next tower, when that's 4 degrees. So let's go to next tower, which is 7 a.m. So 10 degrees Boyard's Hanover is going to get some 12 degrees. Line says 10 degrees. Hope Bay 10 to 8 degrees. Lingwood 14 degrees. Bombay 12 degrees. Solid Bay 11 degrees. Thunder Beach 12 degrees. It's actually 10 degrees. Inland 14 13 degrees. Georgia it's going to be 10 degrees. Beverly also 14 13 degrees. Barry 13 degrees. Olala 13 degrees. 12 degrees. Everywhere and fast 13 degrees. Hamilton. Ukul 12 degrees. Mississauga 12 degrees. Brunton 14 degrees, Tofu 10, 13 degrees, Scarborough is going to be 12.5 degrees, 5 degrees out under 10 degrees. Newmarket, Orange Shore 14 degrees, Hooksville 14 degrees, Oshawa 9 degrees, Peterborough 11 degrees, Coburg 10 degrees, 8 degrees, Valpo 11 degrees. Let's go to next tower, which is 3 p.m. It is something. So white sun 12 degrees, Wales 10 degrees, Hanover is going to be 12 degrees. Lingwood 15 degrees, Bombay, Sotheby's 11 degrees. Thunder Bay is going to be 12 degrees, so it's actually 10 degrees. So that's actually 8 degrees. So Midland's going to get some 40 degrees, Olala's going to get some 15 degrees, Georginia's going to get some 13 degrees, Bablas is going to get some 19 degrees, Reddy's going to be 18 degrees. Line said Obi is gonna get some 10 degrees, so everywhere in Niagara Falls 14 degrees, Amazon will go 14 degrees, Brant 15, 19 degrees, Mississauga 15 degrees, Atlanta 15 degrees, Mississauga 14 degrees, Scarborough 17 degrees, Tofu 20 degrees, Newmarket, Orange Shore 19 degrees, Uxbridge 18 degrees, Sasha 15 degrees, Peterborough 18 degrees, Coburg 11 degrees, Balboa 14 degrees, so, 14 degrees. So let's go to next tower, which is 7 a.m. There is something. So Port Elgin 9 degrees, Hanover 10 degrees, 10 degrees. Lingwood 10 degrees, Solid Bay 6 degrees, Thunder Beach 10, 6 degrees, Palm Beach 8 degrees, Midland 7 degrees, 8 degrees. Olala 8 degrees, Verdi 9 degrees, Georgia 7 degrees, Bablas it's gonna get some 9 degrees, everywhere in Niagara Falls 12 degrees, Hamilton is 11 degrees, Oakville 11 degrees, Brampton 12 degrees, Mississauga 9 degrees, Downtown 9 degrees, Scarborough 10 degrees, Stouffville 11 degrees, Newmarket, Orangeville 11 degrees, Hooksville 10 degrees, Oshawa 9 degrees, Peterborough 10 degrees, Cobourg 7 degrees, Belleville 11 degrees, Lionshead, Obey is going to get some. Lionshead, Obey is going to get some 4 degrees. So let's go to 7 degrees in Whitehand. Suddenly done. Let's go to next hour. This is 3 p.m. Whitehand 10 degrees, Collingwood 17 degrees, Lionshead, Obey 8 degrees, 7 degrees. Palm Beach going to get some 13 degrees, Solomon Beach 12 degrees, Thunder Beach 10 degrees, 11 degrees, Georgina 12 degrees, Bablas is going to get some 19, 18, and degrees, 18 degrees in Barrie, everywhere Niagara Falls 18.5 degrees, Hamilton Oakville 15 degrees, Brampton 11.21 degrees, Mississauga 15 degrees, Downtown Stouffville is going to be 18 degrees, Scarborough is going to be 17.5 degrees, Virginia 16.5, Downtown 15 degrees, Newmarket Orange Hill 15, 19 degrees, Orange was 20 degrees, Hooksville 16 degrees, Hartford 13 degrees, Peterborough 12 degrees, Cobourg 8 degrees, Belleville 12 degrees, Port Elgin 8 degrees, Hanover is going to get some 12 degrees, so let's go to Lingwood. Let's go to Midland, it's going to get some 12 degrees, 13 degrees actually, so let's go to next hour, which is 8 a.m. There is something. Or else in 11 degrees, Hanover is going to get some 12 degrees. Collingwood, 10 degrees. Solid Beach, 8 degrees. Palm Beach, 8 degrees. Inland, 9 degrees. Olala, 7 degrees, 8 degrees. Georginia, 7 degrees. Bablia says 11 degrees. Eddie, 11 degrees, 12 degrees. Everywhere in Eric Falls, 12 degrees. Hamilton, Oakville, 10 degrees. Oakville again, it's going to be 5 degrees. Saga, 6 degrees. Brampton, 9 degrees. Stouffville, 9 degrees. Scarborough, 5 degrees. Downtown, until 6 degrees. Newmarket, Orangeville, 10 degrees. Uxbridge, 9 degrees. Uxbridge, 10 degrees. Oshawa, 10 degrees. 8 degrees. Peterborough, 8 degrees. Cobourg, 7 degrees. Belleville, 9 degrees. Newmarket, no, it's going to be Orangeville, 9 degrees. Markets, 10 degrees. So, line said Obey is going to get some 5 degrees. So let's go to Sultan B. It's gonna get some 6 degrees. 6 degrees. So let's go to next tower, which is quite 11 degrees. So let's go to next tower. 2 p.m. There is something. Or else it's gonna get some 16 degrees. Hanover is gonna get some 20 degrees. Line said OB is gonna be 16 degrees. Collingwood 20 degrees. Lingwood, 90 degrees. Bombay's 90 degrees. No, it's going to be 70 degrees in Bombay, Salaby. Thunder Beach going to get some. So, Thunder Beach is going to get some 16 degrees. So, Midland's going to get some 17, 18 degrees, 17, 16. It's going to be 20 degrees. Someday it's going to be 19 degrees. Actually, it's going to be 19 degrees. That's in Midland. Everywhere in Eric Falls, 22 degrees. Hamilton, Oakville, 17 degrees. Oakville, cold, warm is 17 degrees. Oakville, cold is going to be 12 degrees. Wait, close. Like 13 degrees, actually. Downtown to 12 degrees, Scarborough 13 degrees, and Blue Beach is 12 degrees, 13 degrees with Scarborough. Stouffville 14 degrees, Newmarket 16 degrees, Orange was gonna be 17 degrees. Where's 15 degrees, Oshawa 11 degrees, Peterborough is 14 degrees, Cobourg is 7 degrees, Belleville 14 degrees. Oh, cool. So, Georgia 11 degrees, Bablia, so it's gonna get some 16 degrees, 17 degrees. Eddie's gonna get some 18 degrees, Olala is gonna get some 16 degrees, Whitehaven 20 degrees, Collingwood 20 degrees, so Richmond Hills 13 degrees. So this is the end of the video. So